And then your dad's dog killed my goat.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best.
Tell me about the Tualatin Clubhouse. Like, it was a chicken coop originally, wasn't it?
That's what we called it.
Oh, okay.
That's what we called it. It had an underground room. It was pretty neat. Old, dilapidated. It had that much roofing on the top of the roof that
dang.
we'd roof over. And it was had a pump house out front, and you had the gate that went up and down right by the pump house. We had planted berry vines. We had a square of the property we owned all around the roof. So we had as good as a barbed wire fence.
Sure.
8 foot at the bottom and growing all the time new thorns on it.
And didn't you guys build a berm or something along the front
yeah,
of the house?
and then we did a berm. We used to have a destruction derby out in the field and whatnot. The cars would get completely ruined. We'd push over into a berm and fill it up with dirt.
On top of the cars?
On top of the cars.
Yeah, perfect.
And then we made little pigeonholes for guys to watch over the front gate here.
Okay.
And all the way around, we had several of those. The back was built up. Front was built up 10, 20 feet or 15 foot high.
Yeah.
I don't know where we got the idea to plant berry vines. That was
pretty good.
Good idea.
Yeah. No kidding.
Cheap, easy.
Yeah,
In fact,
natural.
I had to get a goat, or I didn't have to get it, but I got a goat to eat around the inside so the berry vines wouldn't take up all our partying area.
Oh, right.
So.
Huh.
And then your dad's dog killed my goat.
Oh, shit, really?
Well, the goat I had on the chain.
Yeah.
And we'd move it.
Right.
Stake,
So just eat around that area.
And I think, no, the dog had the thing that was staying, and the goat was running free.
Yeah.
So the goat would come up, and the dog rah, 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 and the goat would just not pay any attention to it, and then rah, and then the dog would leave slack in the chain.
Smart dog.
And right, ate him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were lucky we had a rendering plant within a half mile of the club, so we could take any dead stuff and throw it in there. Then I'll be damned, we didn't kill my dog too.
Who's did?
Your dad's dog.
Oh, shit, really? I heard it killed one of his cars once, too. Like ate the inside
tags,
of it?
Yeah.
Was it Tag's car?
Plastic up. No, it was a car that somebody bought for $100 to bring all these bikes back. They had a trailer, and they had like 5 bikes. Hot Rod knows the story better than I do.
Yeah.
I rode by it and went, "How you gonna do it?" See a bald. Looks
like a shit
handlebars
show.
and wheels and stuff this way and that way. Yeah. And it brought all them guys and all their bikes home all the way.
Yeah.
And they had it and they used it to go to the store or whatever and whatnot. And somebody put the dog in that car and it just ate up everything but the springs
That's what I heard.
and the steering wheel. I think it ate part of the steering wheel too.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best.
I'm actually going to get a hold of Wookie and see if he'd be willing to.
Oh, cool. You know, I thought about that the other day after I talked to you.
Yeah.
There was, he was a unique individual.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He showed me a side of himself that you couldn't imagine.
I can only,
No,
Yeah,
he was a good one. He had a backhand. It was as good as anybody's
I've seen it.
punch.
Yeah.
Whoop, and their feet would go that way and their head would go that way.
I've
And he'd
witnessed it
warn
myself.
people
Yeah.
before he did it. I think you better be quiet now. I don't think you knew Liquid Dave. We've heard enough about him. We know him.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 Liquid Dave, wham! And then Wookie looked at me like, I had to do it.
Right.
I said, no, that was a good one. That's not one I'm pulling you away from.
Right.
That was score one. Yeah.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best.
Is Liquid something that you want to talk about a little bit? But like as a man, what kind of a brother was he?
When I first met him, he was living in the top of a garage and he had a shop down below and he was doing unbelievable things for frames with no jig, no nothing, just
No kidding.
had twisted front tubes and both tubes matched the twist on the other side. And that was pretty good. But I thought he was a big old hippie.
Yeah.
What's this guy for? Went over to his house a couple times. Liked him, he was fun. He turned out to be one of the best presidents that we ever had.
Is that right? How
yeah.
so?
Full involved.
Yeah.
You know, just, yeah. No excuses when he was there. One time, Mountain Home going into, is this thing on?
Yeah.
Okay. One time going
I guess I should
into
have told.
Mountain.
I would have stopped you.
Going into Mountain Home. Everyone was out on the sidewalk drinking and whatnot. And this guy, giant motherfucker, comes up and goes, this fucking biker, blah, blah, blah. He had a girl with him. And just kind of challenging people as he walked down the thing. One of the highwaymen got up and hit him in the head with a pitcher of beer. Didn't even faze the guy, and he just shook it off.
Oh boy.
Stand back, still push his girl back a little bit. We're looking for the spot to hit, you know. And here come Liquid David. He had 2 brass knuckles underneath his gloves, and he was pulling his gloves on when he was walking the street. And I knew it was going. And he goes, what's going on here? And the guy went, blah, blah, blah. And he smacked him, and we all hit this guy. And the guy almost killed me. Well, that's exaggeration. I used to wear a red bandana, you know, for covering snow and ice.
Yeah.
And he got a hold of the thing. I had a square knot in it. He got a hold of that while everybody was beating on him. He had turned my head around back away from the fight.
Oh boy.
And it took a while to get loose from him. And then I was so mad that I did something that I don't usually do, and that's just stomp on his head a little bit.
Yeah.
And but Liquid, just, you know, you come across that street.
Party, got the party started?
Yeah, got it going. Outsiders come rolling in about that time and say, looks like you guys are having a street dance out there.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best.
I got a special request on a story from a lifetime member. I was talking to a couple of days ago, and he was wondering if you can maybe go. So in Hot Rod's book, there's a story about being at a swap meet, right? And you guys are there. Art's, you know, the story goes, you know, Art's got the booth with all the parts and things are going on, and you know, Hot Rod's just, I think, was just hanging around at the time. This is all from his perspective in the book. But at one point in the story, you come flying into this swap meet, right, as the tension's rising between another outfit in the area, with a knife in your mouth and sliding in sideways on your motorcycle. And this member's like, I want to hear more about this story. If it's possible, please ask him.
I don't remember that. I remember we were putting pressure on somebody or whatnot. But the story I remember with the knife in my mouth happened in Tualatin.
Oh, okay.
It may be a different one. And it's like the Tualatin Crawfish Festival, we were part of it. We were part and parcel. You know, people come to see us as much as they did the crawfish. And we entered the contest. And remember one time Tag was in the dunk pool where people throwing baseballs.
Oh, really?
I mean, you know, committed to it, dancing.
Yeah.
I'll jump ahead. The newspaper article said that Brother Speed saved the town of Tualatin from young toughs that were ruining everything for everybody. So I said, let's go back to Clubhouse. We're, you know, just a mile or two away. And we went back to Clubhouse, got the party, bonfire going, ready and all that stuff. And this sports car comes flying in the driveway and people are going for their guns and whatnot. They said, your brother's getting beat up down there and whatnot. Bluto and several other people stayed there. So I jumped on my bike. On the way there, put the knife in my teeth. Bad idea.
Yeah.
Because when you hit a bump,
Cool as
when
hell.
you hit a bump there,
Right.
I had some little teeth marks, kind of in there, but you know.
Yeah.
So into the grounds there. The first thing I saw was Bluto, and I'd bought aluminum knuckles for everybody in the club, and he had one on. He had one on each hand, and he was going through the crowd, with big old haymakers. And then I saw the prospect. The guy had Tony something, the prospect, had him by the hair, and I just kind of moved my bike over, slammed it fucking into low, or I was in low, popped the clutch and hit the guy that had him in the by the hair, right in the chest.
With the front
and
tire?
went bump, 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 right over. And then my fender started rubbing. Rode back to the clubhouse, got in my 280Z, and went back to the fight. That's when I saw Bluto with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I center punched the guy when the first time I was down there.
With your front tire?
On my front tire.
That's so gangster.
But we got to write up how we saved the day.
Right.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best.
So we had a problem in Washington County of our guys fighting with the cops in Washington County. And there was always a to-do, and there was always a fine, and there was, things going on, probation somebody's got. And I won't describe the event, but there was something happened in the clubhouse, and this lieutenant, we weren't getting along with none of them. Calls me up, and me and Liquid Dave went down. He was vice president. He bought us pie and coffee and asked us about this event from the night before and whatnot. And he said, what can we do to smooth this over so you're not fighting with our guys or whatnot? Some of them guys hate you guys. And I said, well, I think that's the problem, that they show disrespect, and we're not into that, and they might get smacked. And they have. And this was after Loose Bruce beat up two cops, not too far with it, and drunk, and I can beat him up, knocked him on the ground. And then he went home and went to sleep on his couch. Well, the cops knew where he lived, and 5 cops went in there, beat the rat shit out of him while he was sleeping on the couch.
Oh, damn.
So anyway, yes, what can we do? I said, let's just start with respect. I think I can work with the guys. Just, you guys write us tickets. Okay, that's your job. Yeah. Just keep the lip flapping going. Said, do you know what I'm talking about? And he said, yeah, I do. In earnest. And he says, well, he says, what can I do for you? Well, anytime we get in trouble or you got a warrant out for us, you give me a call. I will take the brother down there to the whatever thing, and you either do that or you'll have to run out of the state,
Yeah.
And I says, how's that? He said, great. And I said, well, another thing is, we got our little gate out here by the pump house. Did a gate like this. Mm-hmm. You don't bring your cop cars any further than that thing, and always give us a call before you come down and whatnot. And they knew we had a shooting ground there and all that kind of stuff. They didn't want to get involved when we were shooting out there.
Sure.
Phone calls. If you have any problems, here's my phone number. And he wrote out his name, Laugh a Lot.
Is that what it was?
It was LaFollette. Yeah, Laugh a Lot, Desi. He called me. And it worked.
Nice.
They kept their end of it, and I think we did pretty good to keep our end of it. It was at a time when the Multnomah County cops and the Clackamas cops were getting us every time we went over there, lots of tickets and all that stuff. And this guy helped me with. In fact, is when Liquid Dave got killed, I got a phone call, and I was asked to come down there, and they gave me all the records of the accident, all the eyewitnesses in the accidents. And then they called me back when the lady that was on the back of his bike with him, she had got hurt real bad, but she was down there to be hypnotized, and asked what she saw to see if that would make a break in the case if he was ran off the road, or that thing. We thought, the club thought, that he had been run off the road.
Okay.
And I investigated that quite a bit.
What did your findings come out to? What was the ultimate?
Well, the first time we went out, there was nothing there. We went at one house. There was nothing there but a woman. Where's your boyfriend at? Well, he's at work. Okay, well, here, have him give us a call here. We didn't get no call. A couple of days later, we went there, and the house was empty.
Oh, was that right?
The door was wide open, and there was, most of the stuff was on there. Then we went to the next guy's house. Same thing. We never saw anybody there, but we left a note and give us a call. And then there was a third. It was a teenager that owned the van that was there primary witnesses to the accident were in this van. It belonged to this teenager. So we went in there at night with flashlights and see if there was any scuff marks on that van. To and we didn't find any.
Yeah.
And we tried to talk to the parents, but they were scared shitless. He and Angelo ran that investigation. Yeah. But yeah, I was right behind him. He come to the bar and with a bunch of us there, you're gonna have one more drink. He took off with this girl, and I had my drink and went down there, and there was just all these cop cars in the middle of the freeway. And I pulled in there, and this is another thing to get along with cops. I went up, and the guy comes over and goes, Desi, keep going. I said, what's going on? He says, it's liquid. You don't want to see it. Just keep moving. And I wrote down, I said, where's the bike? And they said, I don't know. And so I drive down, heading towards Lake Oswego on 217. And a mile down the road, there's a bike leaning up against taking a ride all by itself, all the way down to almost Interstate 5. Wow. It was leaning there, but that fucking van was right across from it.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I was a little bit nervous about it, but you have a calm presence about you.
Well, we've been talking about doing this for a long time, and
over 2 years.
Oh, well over, like 6.
Yeah.
I mean, Kara was still alive. So there's 4 years or 4.5 years right there.
I loved her.
She's deeply missed.
Yeah.
She was a special kind of person.
If I told you this story, did I tell you about what to do with my bones?
No.
So I was sitting in there. She'd always come over and sit and talk with me and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I was telling her, I'm getting ready to die here pretty soon, and just gonna get with them cardboard boxes and getting in, you shove you in the furnace kind of deal, and you take all the little sand and bone stuff, and is that what you're going to want to do? And I said, well, no. I want to take the little tiny dust, the little bit, and hand it around to anybody that's painting bikes, and if they just put a little speckle of me in their bike, it would, I could still be riding for a long time.
Yeah.
And then them hard knuckled bone parts, just throw out in the driveway. She went, what? You don't mean that. Yeah.
Throw them out there with the oyster shells.
Yeah, the gravel. Yeah. The gravel there. That was one of the first clubhouse we had there. Yeah. She's going, no.
That's cool. Thanks for sharing that. That was a great idea.
Yeah.
A little into the paint. And...
big spots out in the driveway or back behind the clubhouse.
Right. I like that. Yeah, she thought a lot of you. She always loved.
She was always nice to me, and there was a moment when I wasn't talking to the guys or something. She'd come over, how you doing?
Yeah.
Give me a hug.
Yeah. She loved her Desi. Remember that time you came over for breakfast, man? She was like, I think she had one of everything. I'm like, what's for breakfast? She goes, I can't decide. I'm cooking everything: bacon, sausage, like the whole everything.
Yeah, she did.
And then he can decide what he wants.
I was at your new house.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best.
Well, yeah, and again, I'm glad that we've finally been able to do this and share some of your story and your history, because you obviously are a big part of this club's history, and how we are, like we as a young man. We stand on the shoulders of men like you. Like you guys laid the foundation, and it's our job to uphold and to continue, what Brother Speed means, what it stands for, and the things that you've done and established, and the creed, and being part of that committee, and those are things that to this day are foundational to being a member of this outfit. So thank you for sharing your story.
You're certainly welcome. Yeah.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. Live the best life I can.
I was in football practice, and this limousine stops out there, and this guy gets out, and he comes walking across there, and he's, Showman, is there a Showman out here? And we're in the middle of a scrimmage. So you say, and I stop everything, and he goes, Here, Roddy Piper, like you to call him. Everybody knows who Roddy Piper is, you know, famous wrestler.
Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper. Got back to practicing and got done with that, and I called him. Wanted to talk to me about acquiring my assistance in something. So I met him in a McDonald's. Sure as shit, it was him. And then I ended up being his bodyguard for about 14 years.